Week 13 of the NFL. And we'll see the Broncos' sure-handed tight end. He went well over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone. It's the Broncos and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rocky. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Josh Allen, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A game there of 40 big ones.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. There's Chris Olave. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Another run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33. On third down, Stamper. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. The converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. On play action, they'll throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he will have the Broncos first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Olave holds it in. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
They'll run with Sanders, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second down, back to Sanders. Stiff-armed him. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Broncos are going to have it first and goal.
Hey, check that. Street. Go.
Sanders is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now this, a very short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Carolina offense about ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
On second down now, it's Blair. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Second down and inches. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. 18 On first down, he'll drop to throw. 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, it's Blair.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
And nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. Allen now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Allen to throw it. For Marshall, that's complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Up the middle they go. Blair. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Now this time, Allen will throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Another run here with Sanders. And he's got some space here.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime, and what's
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
18 Cardinals. 16 Maverick. 19 Lions.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Sanders.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Mustang 19. 79 Broncos. Check, man. Check, man. Back 60.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He completes it to Olave. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run. It's Sanders. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Now Sanders. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this a very, very short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. This offense so far on 3rd down can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sanders, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Chris Olave from 21 yards away. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Panthers about ready to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
60 Maverick. 19 right. 19.
Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Chris Olave, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again on second down. Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle, luckily enough.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Hayden Hurst, 39 yards. And the Broncos continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Now, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them. To put it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. McPherson on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. With it is Brown. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 167 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for him to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. In motion comes the tight end left. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. This time